Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Writing Automation Scripts. Today, we're going to take a look at our Best Buy script, and we're going to modify the network to make sure that this test will always pass no matter what. So if you remember from the last episode, we type in printer, and then we click on these results. Well, now these results come from network requests, which if you hit F12 and you open up the network request, you can see that this specific website, here if I type in printer, it calls, printer. You can see here it's going to call their autocomplete API, which is here, I believe, right? And so you can see, it's actually it. Somewhere in here, they have it. Right here. So here it says this query right here. It says printer, and we're looking for 13 of them. And in the responses, you can see that here they are. So printer is first, and then it says wireless, laser, HP, yada, yada, yada. So we are going to actually stub this out so that it always says, whatever we want it to say. So what I'm going to do is let's go to Automize, and I'm going to select Playwright for this episode. And we're actually not going to be making that many selectors today, so I'll just leave it in quick mode for now. We're going to click the Network tab, find that query, okay, right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to match starts with, right, because we do not really care about this, okay? And then let's force the response. Okay, let's see if there's some cores headers on here. It looks like there are not, so we'll just worry about the body. The response body. And then remember, let's change this to say wireless print. Let's see here, printer wireless. Let's just go to our editor, actually. This might be easier. So here's suggestions. This is probably what we're looking for. And then printer is the first one. Let's just do this to hello world. Something like that. Okay, and that looks good to me. So we'll add that to our body. And now, before I put this in my test script, why don't we just simulate the event to see if it works? So I'm going to push simulate, and you're going to see Automize is going to debug the browser. That's exactly, and we can see it's currently simulating. Good. So now, if I change this, right, it says hello world here. Ooh, okay, perfect. So that means this probably works. So I'm just going to click on this. We're going to grab this code. We can stop simulating it. And now we're going to bring over our VS code, my script here. And here is this ginormous body, right? Because we're stubbing everything out, right? Top to bottom. So I am actually just going to steal this, take it out, we'll put it at the bottom. So, const body is equal to this long thing. I probably would put this in a different file, but just for the sake of the video, we'll leave this as is. Okay. And our body will be this. Okay. And so it's going to route it. It's going to wait for the response, and then it's going to unroute it. And then we're going to start looking for things up here. So let's actually move this to up here. And now remember, you can just kind of change this around for your needs. In my case, this is pretty much what I wanted to do. So we would type in wireless printer. Actually, I guess we probably just want to, how do we want to do this? Maybe let's actually not unroute this. We'll just leave it as is. So if you ever type in a query, it will always respond with our mocked one. So this could just be anything we want. So anything. And then it will always return with our hello world. And then we're going to get by title, right? And this should say hello world. Okay. So now, why don't we run this? Whoops. Okay, so it's going to go to Best Buy, and now it's going to type in the search field. Whoops. Hello world. It looks like it did click on it. Whoops. Let's get rid of this part here. And maybe we can just slow it down, right? So we saw it worked. Let's slow that down to actually see what's going on, right? So in here, it will go to Best Buy just like we saw. I can make this, we can leave it as is. It's going to type in hello world here, or anything, right? But it's going to return hello world as the network response. Let's see if it'll work with us here. Oops. So we're typing in anything, we get the hello world, and then all of these, just because we have that in our code still in this long body that we're not worrying about. But yeah, you could just come in here, you could modify it to say whatever you want, and then you could write your test based on those results, just like this. So this test will always pass no matter what, unless the website is actually broken, where this no longer returns what we got from the network request. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of using the network tab to make your tests a little more durable. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.